welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're diving into something really practical, I think. A guide on how to eat incredibly well in Turkey.
Yeah, specifically we're looking at the chain restaurants, the reliable ones.
Exactly. We're not talking about some hidden gem you might never find. We're looking at the established places that guarantee a great meal, whether you want, a classic kebab or something more modern.
And our whole mission here is to give you the key facts.
Right. What to eat, where to find it, and maybe most importantly, what it's going to cost. So you can just walk in feeling informed.
Okay, so before we jump in, we should probably set some context on the prices since we'll be using lira.
Good point.
Generally, when we talk about that 250 to 350 lira range, you can think of that as the fast casual sweet spot. So roughly maybe 8 to 12 US dollars for a quality main dish.
Okay, so that's a good baseline for everyone listening.
And what's so fascinating in the sources is this balance. You've got these chains that are laser focused on traditional Turkish food, right alongside others that are catering to a much more global palate.
Okay, let's unpack this, starting with the classic Turkish experience.
The kebab and doner specialists.
Yes. Let's start right at the heart of it.
Yeah.
If you were looking for an Iskender kebab, that amazing dish with the doner meat, the pita, tomato sauce, yogurt.
And the sizzling butter poured on top. Don't forget the butter.
Never. The place you need to know is HD Iskender.
And the key thing the sources point to with them is their strategic genius, really.
How so?
Well, they solved the logistics. I mean, this is a messy, regionally specific dish, and they managed to standardize it. The butter, the yogurt, the sauce, it's consistent everywhere.
And that consistency is what people trust.
Exactly.
And their whole strategy seems to be built around accessibility. The vibe is always modern, it's family-friendly.
And they're always in the food courts.
Always. In pretty much every major shopping center. They know their customer is someone who wants a quick, authentic quality meal while they're out shopping.
And the price reflects that. An Iskender kebab there will run you, about 150 to 300 lira? It's a perfect anchor.
Okay, so moving from there, what about other doner specialists? You often see Bey Doner right next to HD Iskender.
Right. Bey Doner's model is very similar. They're also known for really high-quality donors, maybe with a slightly different spice mix.
And also mall-centric.
Yep. Places like Marmara Forum, Aquafloria, their price is pretty much the same, too, around 150 to 350 lira. They're competing for that same customer.
So what's interesting then is how you see the strategy shift a bit when you move out of the malls.
That brings us to Hatay Doner.
Right. They're all about high-traffic, high-utility locations.
Exactly. Hatay is known for using really fresh meat and these special regional spices. But their main thing is speed, rapid service in places like Taksim Square or Fatih Street.
So they're targeting locals on a lunch break or tourists who need something quick and reliable in the city center.
And you see that in the price. It's a little higher than the mall spots, maybe 250 to 350 lira for a doner, plus another 50 to 150 for your drink and appetizers.
You're paying a small premium for the convenience of that high street location.
Now, if you want to see the other extreme of this, the sources point to Kashibeyaz.
Okay, now this is where the price model just completely changes.
It explodes, yeah. It's all about ambiance and status.
I mean, we're talking up to 1,000 lira for a kebab. Why? Is it just the quality of the meat or is it something else?
It's a mix, but the sources really stress that it's the experience. They do serve various Turkish kebabs, including Iskender, but it's positioned as a luxury dining hall.
So it's for special occasions.
Exactly. Think business dinners, anniversaries, big parties. It's that classic Turkish taste, but in a really high-end, fine dining setting.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That price jump is a very clear signal of who they're for. So we've talked about the specialists.
Mm-hmm.
What about the places that prioritize versatility over just one perfect dish?
What's fascinating here, the rise of these chains that cater to, broader international tastes, but still have that sophisticated Turkish connection.
And this raises a really interesting question, I think.
About dining utility, right. Are you looking for one specific dish, or do you need a place that works for a group with really different tastes?
If it's the second one, if you need that versatility, you have to know about big chefs.
Or Binal Melli, its original name.
Right. And with them, the name of the game is just breadth. Their menu is huge.
Yeah.
You can get Turkish staples like pidi, but also great pasta, steak, seafood.
It's the perfect strategic choice for a mixed group. If one person wants a perfect steak and another wants a traditional dish, big chefs can handle it.
And the atmosphere is always chic, modern, Great for a business lunch.
And their locations reflect that. You find them in luxury areas, Bebek, Levant, upscale malls like Ymar.
With a price point to match. About 300 to 600 lira a meal.
Then right alongside them, you have Midpoint. And a lot of sources say they have maybe the perfect blend of Turkish and international food.
With a slightly warmer atmosphere, I found.
I agree. They're really known for great pasta and steak, but also amazing appetizers and desserts, the whole package.
The feel is a bit more calm. Modern, but calm. It seems like a great spot for friends and family gatherings, maybe a little less formal than big chefs.
And they are everywhere. Baghdad Street, Zorlu Center, they have a massive reach. The pricing is also a little more approachable, I'd say.
Yeah, around 250 to 550 lira.
And the last one in this kind of sophisticated international category is Hunger.
Okay, so what's their angle?
With Hunger, it seems to be all about the luxury setting and really professional service. The sources highlight that professionalism again and again.
So it's a go-to for an important business meeting where the ambiance just has to be perfect.
Precisely. And the locations tell you everything. They are only in the most high-end areas, like Zorlu Center and Bebek.
And the prices definitely show that. We're talking 400 to 700 lira for a main dish.
Desserts are 150 to 250 on top of that. That high cost is part of the product. It signals status.
Okay, that's a great look at the more formal dining halls, but not every meal is a big sit-down affair.
Right, and the landscape changes completely when you start prioritizing speed, affordability, and just pure utility.
This is where you see the shift in modern urban diets, I think, moving away from heavy meals every day.
Absolutely. Which brings us to a place like Tavuk Dünyası.
Literally chicken world.
Exactly. And it's so popular, it specializes in high quality but really affordable chicken dishes. Grilled chicken, burgers, soups.
The key thing here is that it guarantees a fast, healthy-ish meal that isn't expensive.
They are masters of efficiency. A main chicken dish there is just 200 to 300 lira. It fills a really important need for quick, healthy protein in a city.
And speaking of health, that brings us to the really niche spots, like green salad.
Yeah, the rise of a chain like this says so much about that dietary shift we were talking about.
Totally. It's a modern, health-first restaurant. They do these huge, fresh salads. Some are Turkish-inspired, some international, plus healthy soups, organic drinks.
But what's really surprising is the price.
It is. It's almost double the price of a chicken dish at Tavuk Dünyası. You're looking at 400 to 500 lira for a salad.
Which just shows you the premium people will pay for guaranteed fresh organic ingredients in a quick service setting.
Then you've got the wrap specialist, fast food dumle.
Their entire focus is the durum, the Turkish wrap. And what's interesting is how they took what is essentially street food and turned it into a reliable, consistent chain meal.
They offer Adana kebab, beef, chicken, all the classics. And they put themselves right in those super high-traffic areas.
Right. Sabahir Mall, Istiklal Street. They know people need something high quality they can eat on the go. A durum there is about 250 to 400 lira.
You absolutely cannot have this conversation without talking about cafes and desserts.
Oh, of course not. And the first name that always comes up is Mado.
It's famous for its ice cream, especially, and all the traditional Turkish desserts.
Particularly anything made with goat's milk, that's their specialty.
And while they're known for sweets, they also do full traditional meals, which makes them a great spot for just, an informal get-together.
Their locations are top tier too. Mall of Istanbul, Sultanahmet. The pricing is really reasonable. Desserts are 100 to 200 lira. Mains are 200 to 400. It's a perfect afternoon stop.
And for the absolute quickest, most essential bite,
it has to be Simit Saray.
The ultimate quick bite bakery chain. They're famous for their fresh simits.
Which, if you've never had one, think of it as the Turkish version of a bagel, covered in sesame seeds.
They are perfect for breakfast or a light snack. It's not a full meal.
And their location strategy is brilliant for travelers.
Yes. If you land at Istanbul Airport, the sources say Simit Saray is the most reliable, cost-effective first bite you can get. They're everywhere. Taksim Square, Istiklal Street, and, crucially, inside the airport terminals.
So if we try to synthesize all of this, a pretty clear structure emerges from the sources.
You've got your dedicated traditionalists who solve that standardization problem.
Your HD Iskenders, your bait owners. Then you have the flexible, modern chains, Midpoint, big chefs, Hunger, that are all about versatility and ambiance for groups.
And finally, the specialized convenience options.
Right. The Simit Sarays and Tavuk Dünyasıs of the world, catering to that fast-moving, health-conscious urban crowd.
And understanding that structure is so helpful for you as a listener to make a quick decision.
For sure. If you just need an efficient, high-quality, authentic meal, you go to the donor spots in that 200 to 350 lira range. The predictability is the key. It helps you navigate these huge, confusing cities.
But on the other hand, if you're hosting a business dinner and you need to impress someone,
Then the sources tell you to look for the chains in those luxury areas like Bebek. That means hunger or big chefs, because their entire model is built on that guaranteed sophistication.
if we connect this to the bigger picture, the sheer variety, even just among chain restaurants, it shows how much quality and specialization are valued in Turkish dining.
At every price point, they're not just watering down flavors for mass appeal, they're finding ways to mass produce authenticity.
So we've covered it all, from the 1,000 lira special occasion kebab, to mid-range fusion, to healthy options, and of course the essential desserts and quick bites. A pretty comprehensive map.
And that leaves us with a final provocative thought for you. We know that Kashibias charges 1,000 lira for a premium kebab, while Hatay Doner charges 300 for a really high-quality specialized doner. The question the sources leave us with is this. In a global market that's obsessed with cutting costs, does Turkey's deep cultural commitment to unique flavor profiles, even across huge chains, create more actual value for the customer than just offering the lowest price? Something to think about next time you're choosing a quick meal.